I need everybody to take a minute to think about what accountability means for the opposite sex. So for me and Jazz, what I'm asking of us is, what are some of the top maybe 4 or 5 things that you feel men need to be more accountable for, or to, or you know what I'm saying? And then I'm asking, our kings here to then bring their game. Tell me what it is about women.
Look at that look on your face. You can't wait. You're excited. You want to let us have.
Biting at the bit. Biting at the bit. Biting at the bit to get there.
Right.
Yeah. So, would you the guest in our house. So go ahead and
you want me to start?
Well, I can't. I'm trying to make sure that I make contact with C4 over there. So that he know I'm addressing him too. So, we're gonna go count. We're gonna go clockwise. So, you should give us your feedback.
Well, would you want me to run them down or talk about them? How you want to do it first?
Well, give a description, and then if we feel like it's something we need to jump in, give us a minute to just ask you to clarify, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, take your time a little bit.
I'm ready. Number 1. Women, learn how to STFU.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Can you elaborate?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
I can. Because it's like, there's a time and a place, which is never in public.
Understood.
And there's also the time when to shut up.
Okay.
A lot of, I ain't even gonna go there. I think women know when to. I think they just push the yardstick to see how far they can go. Mm-hmm. Men need to put their foot down, even in public. And that's just me. But at the same time, y'all know it. You know when you're supposed to do it, but you don't. I feel that way.
So that sounds like that would be a public argument. Especially if she don't know how to shut up, and then he's saying, "I'm putting my foot down."
That's an example. Even at home. Even at home.
Okay.
It's a time to do it. Like, why are you nagging? Like, it's time. Like, even an argument. Like, I don't want to talk about it right now. It's the reason why he or she don't want to talk about that conversation right now. Let them cool down. Let them get their thoughts together, or whatever.
But if they make that clear, that probably would go over easier, I would say. Okay. But if you just like, I don't want to talk about it right now, but you done did some stuff like cheated and you don't want to talk about it.
What's there to talk about if I cheated?
Oh.
Okay.
You stand?
Okay.
Because I'm not kissing no ass. I'm just saying.
Let me jump in here for a second. Let me jump in here because I want to rein this in a little bit. We got a lot of conversation to get in terms of accountability. Okay. So, what is it about shutting the fuck up that women need to introspect about? Because you said you feel like we know, and we do. Everybody knows when they pushing buttons. Let's not play any games.
That part.
Women know when we're antagonizing. We know when we nipping and picking and whining. We do.
And those are the times that I'm talking about.
And I get it.
Those are the times that most men are talking about. It's like, you just going to just nag me till I just blow up.
Right.
Then when I do,
right,
why are you doing me like this?
Right. I ain't
do nothing to you, etc.
Okay. All right. That's a fair argument. The way that I just interpreted that. But my thing is, maybe it's the approach, because that whole men need to take control. Elaborate, because that is that argument that Jesse speaks of.
Need to, because it's like, of course. Women are nurturers. Men want to make sure the woman is okay. Like
True.
I think we talked about this before.
True.
Most men got to make sure the woman's 100% before they move forward.
Right.
And like you said, the fixer. But most women want to fix it right now, and sometimes it can't be fixed today or at this minute. Give somebody that time to get their thoughts together. Using her example about cheating, of course. You want to barrage right then. But that's just one conversation. I get that. You should want to talk about that right now. But even still, if that person wants to do it, you probably should wait, because you never know how to turn out.
Okay. I can stomach that.
Okay.
And so, in essence, we need to take a look at that.
Right.
In your
get our-
opinion.
Women.
We need to really, so that's something we need to, deal with and know when times are appropriate. We need to be able to gauge a little bit better when we should be addressing certain situations.
Just like you want
In public.
respect, just like women want respect as far as how a man speaks to them, you have to do the same thing the other way.
Absolutely.
Because when
I
you
agree
don't,
with
you
that.
draw the line. Okay, now I know how far I can go since you went there.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. So, number one, how many we got before? Because I'm going to have to go. Yeah. I mean,
I got what? It's one word: expectation, capability, measurement, feedback, and consequences.
Okay. Well, I need some explanation behind some of those words.
You ain't got no list?
No, I don't
That's
got
no. But that's what we talk about.
okay.
So, in the essence of time, she's trying to say those are one sentence words, just like men do.
Yes.
Because I got a whole accountability about how that works in terms of that one word shit. Like you got to tell me.
Yeah, what does
break
that
it down a
mean?
little bit.
Yeah, what
Okay,
is-
so we're going to expectations
Yes.
of when you meet a guy. Like, what are your expectations when you meet that guy? Most of the time, it's a get in relationship, right? Or is it?
It depends on where she's at in her walk.
Absolutely. Those expectations need to be said to that person.
That
But they're
goes-
not. They're not. This is where the situationship come in at, what I've been trying to explain the last 3 weeks.
So you're saying that it's primarily the woman's?
All of these are against women, holding women accountable.
But that's all women's fault.
Let's be
I
clear.
think that goes both ways.
Well, and so, but both
But that's
ways.
his interpretation
so
of what
this
we
is when
need
we
to
have
look
to
at and be
STFU
for real about it.
and let
you're
the men
right.
say what
And
they
you're
need
right.
to say.
And you're
right?
right.
Okay. So
You're
this
right.
is an STFU moment. I'm
Okay.
gonna work with that. So
I love
the
it.
floor is on you. Let me just say that Quinn is in the house.
Q
He
Merca,
say,
what's up, boy?
happening?
What's happening?
And so, yeah, take the floor.
Okay, so as far as the whole situation with accountability, we'll get into it. I get what he's saying, but to more elaborate on that, if one side is angry, or if both sides are angry, I would say it's probably not the best time to have certain conversations.
Absolutely.
And the reason
Start
why
there.
is because
Yeah.
it resorts to, at some point in time, the anger doesn't allow you to understand and comprehend what your partner is saying.
Saying some real shit.
So
now.
in that situation, it can tend to lead to a blow up or a tit for tat type of situation. Well, you cheated on me, and well, you ate my third cousin's ass, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'm just, but you know, I'm just saying, like
We're talking right now about that.
right? It creates
Oh my God.
it creates an unhealthy environment. So when you're in a situation where you're trying to have a discussion with someone, it's an unhealthy environment. It's not going to go anywhere because neither side wants to listen to what the other one has to say.
Pretty much.
They're just more concerned about getting their point
point
across.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And usually that's not even received because
Right.
I'm not hearing you yelling at me. Like I've already turned off at a certain decibel.
We do
You
the
know what I'm
same
saying?
thing. We the same way.
So I don't think that's gender specific
True.
Right.
True.
I agree.
because at the end of the day, what I do from my understanding, how I look at it, both men and women both just want to be understood.
And that's a human
Right.
concept, to tell you the truth.
Right.
Absolutely.
Humans want to be understood. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You ain't gotta really necessarily be my friend. You ain't got. But let's get an understanding here. And I have a
Right.
phrase that I say, and all you're getting, get an understanding. And that's biblical, but it's real because you can get a whole lot of information, but if it doesn't comprehend, if it doesn't register, if it don't make sense, if you don't get an understanding, what'd you read? Like, what
Right.
was the point? So,
Right.
Absolutely.
but I appreciate your soft side, but I want you to stick to what you feel women do that we need to look at that's actually causing hindrances between black men and black women, like this relation, relating to each other.
Well, I can't speak for every man, so I can only speak for myself.
Absolutely.
In my situations, whenever I'm dealing in the dating scene or with a partner or whatever, my thing is for me, I need them to understand that I need my moments of space. And the reason why I need that moment of space is, one, it's a peace of mind.
Yes.
Right.
For two, for whatever situations I'm dealing with, I struggle with my own mental health. That's one thing that I constantly struggle with. But I need those times alone to work through
Real shit.
what I'm going through.
Yes.
And I don't have the time or the patience or not necessarily and the love in that moment to be supportive of what you're going through.
Right.
And it's not that I don't care, because as men, we
Yeah,
always,
some of that shit's heavy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Right.
got to be in the mind and the mind frame to deal with certain things that people might be trying to.
and to be
Release.
honest, men typically, for the most part, do care about your feelings and your well-being. They do. But when you have so much going on, you can only take on so much.
Right.
So for me, myself, I say I need my space to work through whatever it is that I'm going through, whether it's a depression or whether something's got me upset or angry. I can communicate, hey, I just need some time alone. What I have an issue with is when I express that
Oh yeah.
and I don't get it.
And you don't. Right.
Learn how.
One of my OGs, Ben. Shout out to Ben. He's always said this, and I agree with the concept. 99% of the relationship is for the woman. The 1% is for that man. Mostly that 1% really being peace of mind. Because if you are not allowed to have peace of mind, how can you prepare yourself to battle out in the world?
So it sounds to me like 1% need to be greater than 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. This depends on how you look at it. Some people don't care about other stuff. Like, they don't care about what you cook for dinner or how it's cooked or whatever, this and the third. But one thing that all men can agree on is that we need to have peace of mind.
Yeah.
And if we don't have peace of mind, we're already at our people are already against fighting against the world.
Absolutely.
The last person we need to do is fight against our partner.
Try to handle somebody. Ain't nobody trying to handle nobody.
So E
Amen
said she
to
has
that.
some concerns about single men with all this feedback.
Right.
So is that the feedback in the house, the feedback on the panel? Is that the feedback of me in general? Because single men have a lot to say about it. You got to clarify a little bit about what that means. But
I can see that, because I can understand that, like in a marriage, when you decide to take on a partner beyond a situationship, that becomes very important. But when you're in a situationship, you that's what I say. Situationships are usually not clean like that.
It
a
depends.
lot of times.
Here's the thing.
Lord.
When it comes to your when it comes to your situationship, who determines that situationship? You and the person you have it
and
with.
that's why I feel that it's healthy.
Right, because there's no textbook on how me and you having a situationship would be versus me and her having a situation.
Absolutely
Right.
different.
Because it could be completely different.
Yeah, because
Right.
the rules going to be different.
Right.
Absolutely.
I'm a different person. I'm going to have different expectations. I'm going to have different desires or whatever the case may be. And so
Yes.
here's my thing. So now we're going to go into what it is we feel that the men need to hold accountable. And then we continue to break down
Back and forth?
these other things. Yeah,
Okay.
because I think
So
it's
back and
important
forth?
before anything happens, I say some of these things because black men, I need you to hear this.
Absolutely.
And so, E, if you have a problem with the men having all this feedback, single men, single women have a lot of feedback. So don't be too concerned, because my thing is, I'm going to start with men having accountability. You need to be more accountable for your traumas and your part in a relationship either not going well or going well. It could go both ways. My thing to the men are, it's not that concept, and this is universal, however, that concept of the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody. That's bullshit.
For real.
Right.
So the best way to get over somebody is to start loving yourself a lot more. And it looks like we have a caller
Agree.
Oh, okay. See, I need to know how to answer the call from right there because.
Hey, call back.
And the phone number is 702
the-
702-551-5261. Call in, join the conversation. We're talking about accountability, and right now we have the floor. Okay, so yeah, you need to be accountable for being able to yourself or to someone else about your part in relationships that didn't work or didn't go well. The finger pointing thing is real
Right.
tough. And for me,
Yeah.
for a real strong man or a man in development, that's a little bitchy. That finger pointing thing, she did it, she did it, she did it, she did it. That's
Yeah.
Adam. Like Adam back in the day, it's the woman you gave me, it's Eve. That's that bullshit.
Yeah.
I need black men to take that back. Stop say when you meet another woman, don't bash the woman you just left. I don't care how bad she was because it says you're not healed. Just
True.
say, it wasn't cool, it didn't work out, and let that chick be.
Well,
It didn't work out.
That's true.
I can say for myself, I'm not here to bash anyone. I can understand that sometimes things don't work out, and sometimes that person may just be meant to be a friend. Sometimes y'all ain't meant to be connected. But for that short time to learn whatever lesson you had
But
to
my
learn.
point is, when it's over, take a minute.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
That's
should
what
be
I need.
that should be standard.
That's my
It
and
plea.
that's
should be.
universally.
Who usually doesn't
It
take that
should
minute?
be.
Oh man.
Usually men.
Well, that takes me into my next issue.
And usually men.
Let's answer
So-
this question.
I noticed you said
Go ahead.
usually, but that doesn't mean that,
That is
women
not
aren't
always.
excluded.
More
I
men do it
just-
than women
Do what?
overall.
Do what?
Move on quickly or
Oh, come on now.
yeah.
Y'all have a field day. Women go with their girlfriends. They go on trips. They whine and cry. They go to church. They talk to their first lady.
Yeah.
Y'all don't really have that type of communication.
Right.
Y'all usually run to the next broad.
What you mean, you people?
Well,
No, that may
I'm
be
not
that
saying
may be the
necessarily the
encounters
men in
that
this
you've
room.
experienced.
well, and
The
no,
statement,
And-
you just,
no,
the statement
no.
you just said earlier about how you hide up under somebody.
Yeah.
That's what women usually do.
Yeah.
No.
How do you figure?
Well,
Is that because of experience
And
and
that's
that's
what-
what you've witnessed
Women
along the
usually-
way? Because
usually-
you're not young, so I'm just asking.
Yes, I am 49 years old. Everybody don't know that yet.
Damn. You old nigga.
right.
Still
But-
fine. But anyway,
I'm
through
just
experiences
jumping.
also, I understand this. And from what I've seen over my time
Right.
and what I've been through myself, women usually get up under somebody else. Because like you said on the first show, keep your friends. That's who y'all run to when the relationship over.
Well, I don't know about that. From my experience,
Right.
it's usually the man that moves on a little bit more expeditiously after a breakup. From my 52 years
Yeah.
on this
Let's explain
planet.
this.
Yeah.
Let's
From
explain
my
this a
experience,
little deeper.
yes.
Let's explain it a little
Hello.
deeper.
Well,
Explain
wait a
it.
minute, but this is my rant. So I'm gonna give you your moment. Trust me,
I'm
I'm not
probably
gonna.
gonna forget.
I'm
Go
not.
ahead, though.
Yeah, that's that 49 shit coming out.
Yeah.
Go on and have the flow. Go on and have the
I
flow.
forgot. Go ahead. You did.
Already.
Oh, Lord,
Well,
here we
the
go.
reason why I have
Here
to
we
take
go.
the reins back a little bit is because it is pretty much statistically that men are gonna have a more of an opportunity to have women, because if those same men that were sitting on the outside for most women are still sitting on the outside, we're not necessarily running to the ones who was still trying to get in there because they were on the outside for a reason.
Right. For a reason.
Usually, I need you to be clear. Women, at least we're talking about women of our astute. Okay, we talking about women on our level. We're not talking about hood rats that's just gonna go do that bald head shit you be talking about. So let's be clear about the audience we're speaking to. We talking
Right.
about real women who
Real
say,
grown
"Hey, I need a
women.
trip to Jamaica right now because this nigga just broke my heart," and we like, "Girl, we got you. We finna get that." No, that's what we do. We go to the first lady at our church. You know, my heart broke. I need prayer. We go to the altar. We are
Yep.
more likely to release that shit, trust and believe, and not necessarily in somebody else's bed. Because we reach a level in maturity where sex is not that. I don't need to give my body to you to get over this man.
Right.
I need to get over him in my heart and then clean that shit up. That's grown woman shit.
That shit
Yes.
sound good.
No, it don't sound good. I live it.
I
swear we
do.
do.
I live it too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of us who do. And I'm
Absolutely.
speaking to those women right
right.
now.
That's
And the
fair.
ones who run out and do all that extra shit, I'm telling you, don't do that.
Right.
Right.
Because all you doing is spreading, you know what I'm saying. You just spreading your legs and
Your
your
number
curls
is
before,
going up.
and that body count is definitely going up.
Yeah.
So so let me see real quick, because Quinn says if you don't have peace in your relationship at home, then throw the whole relationship away.
That part.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then
With that.
Miss Lynn said men don't take time to heal. They move on to the next woman with the pain and the hurt. That's when the bashing of the previous relationship comes
said
in.
And then they start talking about, I don't
So
want a
Lynn got it.
relationship.
Lynn
I'm
got
not
it.
That's a
interested in
woman,
a
right?
relationship.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to,
Just
see
wanna
where this
know.
goes. That's where all that other conversation usually
So
comes in.
what I don't want men to do is get defensive. I need them to introspect. Go inside when you leave that last relationship. Take some time to yourself. My other thing that leads right into that, why you doing that? Go take care of your mental and your physical health. Some of y'all got bad teeth, bad breath. You smoking blunts. You doing all this drinking, and then you want to come talk to us, and then you want to come give some oral. And I'm like, well, your breath stink. I know right now I'm
That's
finna have to
fucked
go
up.
to the
riding out
clinic.
your head because you
Right,
ain't
That's
seen
so
no
I'm gonna need
dentist.
men to take more
When have
care
you
for
saw
your
the
freaking health, men. You're dying of prostate cancer, so get them balls checked.
Where you mean these niggas at?
Come on now.
No, wait.
Seriously, though.
I mean, I'll be musty
we been
sometimes, but
serious.
what that got to do with
We
it?
been serious. You just said we talking about sophisticated people. Where are you meeting these people at?
No, listen, I was being funny because the comedy is in me talking about that breath, but I'm talking about going and get your health examined, go get blood work, know where the hell you stand. Because when you come to me talking about I need you to take care of me and give me some insulin, I'm gonna think twice. I'm gonna be like, I don't know if I'm a caretaker yet. So get your shit together in terms of your health, men. Be more accountable to the doctor. When the doctor say do some shit, then do what follow them orders too. Black
Yeah.
men, I'm talking to you. That's
Do
what I
your
need
research.
you to do, some introspection.
Yes.
Search your heart and your body about what is going on. Y'all will run to the gym
Yes.
and make sure that physique
I
is
ain't
on
ran to
point.
no gym for sure. Shit. I'm fat and I'm going to stay fat. I'm good with it.
I cannot.
I'm just saying.
But what I'm saying is,
I'm going to gym
go to the
regardless.
doctor and follow his orders, black men. We want you to live.
Yeah, we need y'all.
We need you. This is a conversation about needing you to go the long haul because, I did that little video of Eddie saying, God said, 7 and 4 score or something like that. That comes to like 70.
So,
If you live, he was basically saying that 75 summer, 75 winter, 75 spring, 75 falls, that's not a lot.
No, it's
We
not.
need y'all to go to distance to 75. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
And while you being accountable to the doctor, I need you to be accountable to be responsible for your children. I don't care what relationship you've had with them prior or they baby mama, or all that stupid shit y'all doing. Black men, I ain't talking about y'all in this room. When I say y'all, I'm talking
It's
to black
in
men that are
general.
listening
Right.
that know you can do better. Some of you are in the house with the kids and you're not making sure that you can't just be provider. You have to
Right.
be involved.
He don't know it's his.
Well, damn. That sound a little harsh.
it be like that sometimes.
So
what they
anyway,
say, mama's baby, papa's maybe.
Yeah. Look, I know that firsthand. Shit.
get involved.
Ooh-wee.
And then my last one, I'm just gonna spit this one out. Please be accountable to God or to some higher being, somebody that will humble you, somebody,
100% agree.
some situation
Right.
that
I agree.
you can run to when you can't run to the fellas, and when you can't run to all these other people. You got to be able to have some spiritual relationship. Okay?
Yes.
Get
Yes.
it together with God. Let's get it
Yes.
together. Come on now. I need some callers. 702-551-5261. Y'all know what I'm talking about? So I want to go back to expectations.
Yeah, I do too.
Expectations. Oh.
Wait,
That was
wait.
number 2 on your list, right?
See, I hate doing this. I'm really sorry.
What?
I took the whole accountability thing on, but I need to know if you
Well,
had any feedback.
Well, I
It's
told you
exhausting.
I agree with all of those points, and and that I agree with everything that you put out there, and I kind of am interjecting as I see fit, because You see, yeah. But it's true because I agree with all those points. The health, the mental health.
Number one, learn when. 2,
Really?
I'm joking. That's a comedian in me.
That's my line. So anyway, Quinn said, go to a black or good doctor that will yell at you that your lifestyle is the issue, not just prescribing medicine. And that's being accountable, though, because if your doctor yells at you, he's going to be like, get your shit together.
Right. Doctor yell at me, you're going to be on the floor.
That's
you talking to me wrong.
That's accountability.
That's right. That's good. But talk to me nice. Taking care of me or not.
No, but those are like accountability coaches.
No,
Coaches ain't trying to hear your excuses.
That's true. Oh, that's true.
Coaches ain't trying to hear you say, I ain't get to do it, and I'm gonna be.
I'll be joking. I'm fat. I know I'm fat and all that. I lost 3 pounds, so I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Keep it at 100. On the tip, you
what's up, Karma? Yes.
About how you saying men don't have nobody to talk to, and we usually don't. So we usually suck 75, even probably 90% of that stuff up as men.
Yeah.
Like I tell women sometimes, like, you know, they're in relationships, they this. I say, you don't know how many L's this dude take for you. He don't got to tell you, but he just take care of everything.
Yeah.
Because most women think, well, no, especially if they got a good man, he gonna take care of it anyway. Even if I mess it up, he might cuss me out, but he gonna take care of it.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like that's another thing. It's like, I call it a double standard, basically. And like sometimes women know what the double standard is and they use it to their advantage. Like a lot. And that's one of the things about expectations I want to talk about. Okay. And that's why I bring it up, like the double standard. Like women know the double standard. Like we get to a certain age, we know what we can do and what we can't.
Yeah.
Correct? So you take advantage of everything that you can do or will do. The things you can't do, you won't do no more. You accepted when you was younger. You won't accept it now that you're a little more mature. You understood a little bit more.
Right.
So there's certain things you did when you was younger that you want to accept now. So we can say it. We can say it now.
Right.
But 10, 15 years ago, we were doing something different.
Yeah.
Because we had a different mindset.
Right.
Sure.
So of course, when we move on, we move forward. At a certain age, people should know what they have, what their worth is. Should know. As a person, because like we saying earlier, those people that keep getting up under people, you don't know your worth.
Right.
Right. That's
hello,
true.
ladies.
That's true.
And I say that to us because we have to have more value
in ourselves,
in our bodies,
absolutely.
and in our ability to make life. That it ain't just a pussy.
Like
you know
how we
what
say
I'm saying?
some
Excuse
women,
me,
they put their value
higher than they
a
should.
little bit. I think everybody does.
What do you mean by that?
I think everybody does. Totally. I think men and women do put themselves a little bit more than they do, but some people just go a little bit further, and a little bit further, and a little bit further with more looks, holler at, DMs, all of that. You know what you have at a certain age. You know what you can do and what you can't.
Okay.
So you take advantage of that.
So is that this measurement thing that you said?
Of course.
Okay.
The labels y'all give me.
Elaborate on that.
The categories y'all put us in. Know all of that. Let's get real quick. Like I always say to women, most women have the same type. You don't want a short dude. You don't want a broke dude. You don't want nobody that's not a leader. That already, and you like black men.
Yep.
That narrows that shit. And you gotta be tall, and you gotta make more money than you. That's already a pool of dudes.
Yeah, that is a small
y'all like the
pool
same
of
exact dudes. Y'all got the same type. Once you get past all of that, that's why I said the same 16 dudes. Because the same 16 dudes, they fine as hell. Because y'all keep falling for them. With the worst attributes that y'all keep falling for. The red flags that you know and you see, you keep going past it though.
That's because that dick be hitting that pocket.
BAM!
Oh wow.
Some people be dick. sometimes women get dickmatized and then it be like, oh.
That's my word.
But in the same sense,
that's my word.
In the same sense, it's dudes out here that get pussy whipped in a heartbeat and be missing shit, completely missing it. Like, I didn't know she was a killer. I thought she just stabbed people on Sundays. If they die, she a killer.
Best believe.
That's nuts.
So,
that is nuts. I need to say this because Lynn got us. I think this is a point that we need to normalize. She said, we need to start asking for folks' STD and health status. And I did that like 4 or 5 years ago. Remember,
Yeah,
I did a
you
little
did.
rant
You
about
was
that.
real
I'm gonna
serious
need to
about
know
it.
that you can get access to your electronic records.
And everybody
Put
should
your
have
hands on
access
them.
to
Absolutely.
it. Everybody should.
Because it's real out here in these streets. It's real
Yes,
that you may
it
not even be
is.
able to get an abortion in some of these states. You need to be very conscious about who you sleeping with, and you know what I
going
mean.
on?
Like,
Yes, you do.
So that brings me back to that whole men having a relationship with God, a higher power, something bigger than them, because you need to be able to discern. Yeah, I'm afraid for black men in terms of what you have to contend with in these streets.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
So you need a
Right.
spirit of discernment, because you can't just tell by Adam's apples and feet no more. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you asking for a baby picture of her. I'm just gonna
Send me a picture with a fork on your
You know what I'm
nose.
saying? Yeah. And you gotta be a little clear when you
No.
looking at ass. All this ass ain't real. And
All
I
of
mean,
it,
even injections.
right.
They got on booty pads and some more shit. They got
Right.
on
Real talk.
extra titties and stuff. So
Right.
by the time you got her home, she dropped you like, where you at?
To explain that. Like a lot of men.
So I need these men, yeah.
A lot of men will look at that
Mm-hmm.
and like on social media, but they don't want that.
right.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's a Bentley that I can't afford. Oh, it's cool. Click. Now I got it on my phone, but I can't drive it. I can test drive it. Maybe I get lucky and test drive it.
Yeah.
But I can't make them monthly payments. I can't keep up with that.
Right.
Okay. So you will look at that as a high maintenance woman that's got
Not
the
really.
butt and
Not
the
necessarily.
boobs.
Not really.
and-
Society.
Not necessarily.
Society put that pillar like that.
That's
it's
what
like,
beauty looks
when
like.
that's what
Okay.
beauty look like to society. So that she think, or people are gonna put her on that pedestal of what she look like or how she looks to the men,
Right.
to a man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So understanding that, go ahead.
But men, you guys are attracted initially to a look,
Right.
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 So I think a lot of times women will do what they got to do because if they think that's going to get that attention,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
that's
It
what
is-
they're
it is
going
about
to do.
attention.
It
And
is.
that- and that's
It's
fine,
really
but
about
if it ain't gonna get the attention, it ain't.
That's right.
Like me, okay, for like me myself, I don't discriminate when I'm dating on the looks, but my preference, I prefer plus size women. That's just me. So if a skinny, beautiful woman comes down, yeah, she's beautiful to look at and all that, but that's not my type. My type is
Okay.
plus size women. So that's who's going to get my attention every time.
That's your expectation, huh?
That's the expectation.
That we all have.
So back to the whole
Anyway.
reaching thing, because I don't think that's a problem. Where does that become a problem? Because I'm going to always be reaching for the stars. Like
Right.
I walk in a room like I want who
Wait, wait.
own this room. You know what I'm
Explain.
saying? I
That's
want to
right.
know the owner of this room. I
Explain
don't
what you
want-
mean.
So
Because if you don't think highly of yourself, how is somebody else going to think highly of you?
It's okay. It's a level of doing it yourself, and there's a level of arrogance that you show to people that see it. That's what I'm trying to explain.
Well, there is a fine line, I'm sure.
Well, yes, and a lot of people step across it. A lot of people step across it when they have to.
and is that disrespectful? I mean, what's the
I
problem
know.
with
It
it? At the end
depends.
of the
I
day?
mean, some people just hating to be hating.
But what if it's
Yeah.
just your interpretation because you see the value in that person and
And
they
know that-
see the value in themselves, but you think it's cocky because you like, well, I don't know.
Well, here's the
I
thing.
know,
When
she is.
here's the
She's
thing.
out of my league.
Go through that daily.
when it comes to people's interpretations, they interpret it whatever they feel it is.
Right.
Like
But that's
this lady may see me
personal.
today and she may look at me like, oh, he an asshole. But she don't know me. And if she got to know, she'd be like, oh, she's not an asshole. She's really a sweet person. But, that's her interpretation.
Right.
Everybody's going to feel how they feel
'Cause that's
about
personal.
something. And
Right.
it's not for us to say that it's right or wrong. Because whether it's right or wrong, that's how they feel.
It's how they
Absolutely.
feel.
Right.
This is what usually
But I
happens.
think, yeah, say it, because
This
we
what-
might be on the same point here.
This is what usually happens. You meet the representative.
Mm-hmm.
Then,
Right.
when the walls come down and the comfortability get there, you really meet that person. And because, for example, for me personally, like okay, like you saying, like she a bad chick, then you meet her, then you get to know, you be like,
Annoying as fuck.
annoying as
Where
a
the hell they come? I get that
No,
too.
I see-
Absolutely.
men do this all the time.
Yes,
now I
they
see
do.
why she's single.
Yeah.
Well, then,
I
And she can
agree
be a
with
bad
that.
chick. A lot of women don't know they're annoying.
yeah, because annoying people don't know they are.
Right.
You be like, God damn, did you know you crossed the line 30 minutes ago? You still go.
I don't know that you still go.
Yeah. Yeah. So my thing is how it winds up ending, because when you overreach and you do get that person, there's conflict, because I do believe people of a likeness should be attracted to each other. That there ought to be some give and take in that, not the representatives showing up trying to trap that person,
Right.
because they know they out of their league. And men do that a lot because there's a lot of women to choose from.
Yes. Right.
So they send a representative that they got it all going on, instead of sometimes putting it on the line saying, yeah, I'm a work in progress.
Them
I ain't
16
got it.
dudes.
But they, I don't know. It could be the 16 dudes. I don't know. But what
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
saying
know
is
about
men
that
tend
either.
to overreach. I know for me, they reaching.
Yep.
And I'll be like, no, I'm
got a
gonna have to
Absolutely.
leave you. I'm gonna have to leave you on red, and you just good morning me every day.
Okay. That's what I was gonna ask you.
Right.
Like, do you go for it? Because
Hell
going
no.
back to a
9 times out of 10
conversation
we
somebody had earlier about, she knew he was an F boy, but she still messed with him.
That's my
Ooh,
personal
that got spicy.
experience.
I understand
But
that.
that's my personal
We're
experience.
trying to say don't do that. That's part of expectation.
That was a learning
This is their
experience
part
for
of
me.
expectations. What I'm talking about. You knew and you still went through it. Am I right?
Yeah, I got digmatized.
I just want to hear.
All right.
That's all I just want to hear.
So I'm gonna have to put you on the line real quick.
I just want to hear.
So I'm gonna have to do it.
Oh, here we go.
So I
Are
know
you
that.
accountable for that?
What you say?
I know
Are you?
that-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
What you
Yes.
say?
Are you
Yes.
accountable for that?
Yes, I am.
For
Absolutely.
8 years? You not one time like, what am I doing?
No, I did. No, I did.
what
But
changed?
I just kept.
He kept hitting that pocket.
I kept
Because you
pushing
didn't have
past
nothing
it.
else, correct?
Right.
Fact.
Oh shit.
If she did, she would have went to somebody else, correct?
Potentially, yes.
That's my point. We just made the point when we started off earlier.
Potentially,
but
but
men usually go to another person. When you got another person, you go to them when they're not doing as best as the other one. You go to that person.
I mean, it's not like I never met other men, but I didn't subscribe to cheating. That's not a part of my MO. That's not how
Right.
I get down.
Yeah,
good.
we kind of
That's
locked
good.
in. We comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, we
That's
locked
cool.
in.
So I wouldn't have done that.
But you
But you
I'm trying
settled
to
for
keep-
him for 8 years.
accountability.
Right.
Expectations, that's why I wrote this down. You went in there knowing the expectation wasn't going to be that.
Right.
Because I knew I wanted to, what you say, build him up or whatever. Then when he built it, then that's
Well,
what women
you know,
do. I would say that
yeah.
women will build men up.
Yeah.
And then get mad when they
Absolutely.
leave. Then you get mad when they leave.
Right.
Well, y'all do the
Right.
same thing.
Well, I
We're not
left-
going
Of
to do
course.
this man do the
But
same
I
thing
left
to you
him.
today.
Yeah.
I left him.
Right.
But I left him. It took me 8 years, but I did. I was the one that walked away. I moved away.
It took another
So
eggplant.
and what I was, oh my god, this is
What'd you
terrible.
What did he say?
Took another.
Did it take another
eggplant.
eggplant for you to leave?
No.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I wanted to get to.
No, it didn't.
My question was, how did you take the time to heal? Because I think at the end of the day, after when we put all this stuff on the table, we still want to find the solution. So the people listening, people who don't know how to get out of a situation, or keep reaching further than they should, and now they're
Right.
trapped and stuck with somebody they knew was an F.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what does that look like? Because
I did. I took some time. I moved to Arizona. And it was very therapeutic. I had a lot of spiritual enlightenment while I was out there.
Right on.
And I took the time to be with myself, prayer, and I talked through it, and I did some introspection, and I changed some things about myself. Like there's little stuff, just
on.
little stuff to help me. And I realized there are certain things that I'm not going to do anymore.
So you got boundaries now.
Yes,
Right.
So you learn from it.
absolutely.
and that's the end goal.
And that's
Yes.
the end goal, right?
Yes.
I learned and I grew from it. So I
And
don't
here's-
knock it.
Right.
And that's the thing, I think, with accountability. Once you go through those channels and you start accepting your role and your responsibility and start setting those boundaries, the idea is to come out healthy so you can go back into a relationship healthy.
Right.
And that's what we talk
Right.
about at the end of the day, is how to heal within and take responsibility for how your shit look.
Right.
And that's hard.
It's hard. It can
It's
be hard.
It's ugly
A lot of people
sometimes.
ain't
You know
giving
what I'm
themselves
saying?
a real assessment of themselves.
And
No, they're
and
not.
they give a
I
good-
agree 100%.
You
got-
going off. Most
Man.
people go off what their friends say good about them,
Right.
not the bad stuff
Yeah.
that they need to actually fix.
Which is why
Right.
people get lost in social
And
media.
a lot of people don't have
Because-
the people to tell them, hey, this is where you be messing up at.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
it's a lot of
That right
of
there.
yes men and women out there in the world,
right
and
there.
that's how they are the friends.
It
And,
is.
and it happens a lot with the opposite sex. This a lady may say, "Oh, this is wrong with me," and he, "Nah, man, you good, you perfect. I wish I had someone like you, this, that, and the third." But you not telling her, "Yeah, that's fucked up that you just ghost people. That's fucked up that
you break up over text.
Right. So it's fucked up that you stab people car tires and then drive away. That's fucked up. That's stuff that needs to be pointed
It
out.
does.
And your real friends
And her real friends know
need to
that.
point that out.
And the real friends do
Right.
know it.
And
but
they don't tell
like
you.
to see you in that.
Correct.
So, and they're not real friends, but that's who they think are their real friends, because they're not real friends. Real friends do exactly what you say.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to yes you when I know it rubs against the grain, and even if I'm wrong, I'm trying to seek an understanding back to your original theme. Let
Right.
me understand
True.
what the hell you're
Absolutely.
going through so I can see if it's...
Right.
Let me gauge where you at, because you leaning towards insanity. Like, you leaning.
I'm
know
going to
what
put you in
saying?
that house. There you go.
So...
Y'all hear this shit?
So man, it's real in here.
It's
real in
real.
here because we need healing.
Yes,
And,
absolutely.
When you asked me, I think you had asked, is that part of your conversation now when you meet people? Is how they hold themselves accountable? Absolutely, because it is the character. That's gonna
Right.
tell me how you're gonna respond to an argument. It's gonna tell me how you're gonna respond to the shit life brings. How you gonna clean this up? Are you
Right.
gonna say I'm sorry? Are you gonna be able to say it was my fault? I shouldn't have did that.
Right.
That's important now because
Yep.
that peace of mind, man,
Yeah.
that's what that peace of mind is, right?
For real.
So, in closing, I really want to talk about this relationship with a higher power and where black men find safe space when they don't have people to talk to, because that's going to lead us into our next conversation, Mr. Quinn Q Mecca. We're going to be talking about the power of the P,
Hey,
T.
and we all know what talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. What you mean?
I ain't going to break it down.
Pork chops.
Man,
Smothered.
mother child.
Act like you don't know.
So, but anyway, we already talked about what is, got some feedback for real.
Come on.
So, ultimately, I think one of the most important things that I brought up was black men having, like I said, that space and having that relationship with a higher power that brings you to your knees. You know what I'm saying? Between you and your closet space. I think that's important. I'd like to leave here with
I
that.
think it is too. It's like a lot of dudes. I was like that at one point, walking around like I went too spiritual. I had it, but I wasn't too spiritual at one point. It took a. I've been humbled. I would say that for sure. But that helped the prayer part when I actually got into it, and shit been happening for me since I've been doing that. So I keep it up, and I try to. Me and him, us three, we talk about it. You know, we
Okay.
talk about it all the time, and I know Q here, he understands. Like we do it all the time, and that's the one thing why we kind of tight.
Yeah.
Cause we kind of can go to each other, you know,
Good.
and
It's a
express.
brotherhood.
I mean,
That's
we express
good.
certain stuff. We don't want to give everything up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Right.
we wanna
But
give
if
certain stuff.
if it's a situation where one of us are in crisis mode or something's wrong, and it's like, yo, bro, I need to talk. And
Yeah.
then, it's like, all right, we're gonna meet up, or when we call you in an hour, whatever,
We get in the same
and
spot,
then
yeah.
and then
That's
we
what I'm
go
talking
there,
about.
and then we go. We allow our brothers to share their burdens, and then you know what I'm saying,
And
if
it stay right there.
right, and if it asks for
That's nice.
feedback, we give them feedback. Okay, but if they don't ask for it, we allow
Some
them to
people just
express
need to
themselves,
vent.
get it off, and then
And that's that STFU
Yes,
space. Just
I
shut up.
love
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Shut up and listen. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I've had to
Okay.
make that clear before. I'm like, sometimes I just want you to listen. If I say, tell me what you think, then I want to
True.
know what you got
that's
for
what
me.
I'm
and
Or
that becomes a
sometimes-
big thing too. I want to say that I seen it. I see it on Facebook all the time. When someone wants to talk to you or vent to you, or whatever, to ask them,
Yes.
do you want a solution or do you just need to get this out?
just
Because
want me to
that
listen.
clarifies so many
it does.
things.
And that can prevent arguments,
That's what I
even
do.
in
I'd be like, you want my answer
relationships.
or the Air Force answer?
Right.
The Air Force answer
the
is
Air
like,
Force
my answer.
answer is
They gonna
simple.
tell you ain't shit. Get your shit together. Just gonna keep it real.
Keep it real. So let me say too, with this safe space with our black men, black women, stop putting your business on social media that you have with the relationship. If a man trusts you, if he trusts you with some of the things he wants to, hold dear, and this is universal. Don't throw it in the person's face. You got to find a way to channel your anger or your triggers to trigger that person by using things that they've shared against you, because they won't ever share again. Trust and believe that.
I have completely shut down relationships before, right then on the spot, because that was done. If I bring up something to you and I trust you, first of all,
it.
as an Aquarius, it takes a lot for me to be able to feel comfortable to open up to you.
Right.
And once I open up to you, I'm trusting that whatever I say, that goes to the grave. I'm trusting it goes to the grave, because anything that you express to me is going to the grave. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, well, I'm mad because you made pork chops for the 7th day in a row, and I want a chicken. I'm not gonna be like,
Can we get in here and get these
that's why
tacos, man?
that's why you was adopted and your daddy smoked crack. I'm not gonna do you like that, because I know that's something that's
sensitive.
gonna hurt you.
I want pork chops
So-
too.
So we got to stop aiming
So-
our intention to hurt somebody with our words. And
Absolutely.
That's
And
all
some of
accountability.
us have been in so many toxic situations and relationships, and sometimes we don't even know that we do it.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you're right about that too.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
again, it all circles back to the main topic that we're talking about. A lot of us, men and women, need to take that proper time and heal.
Yep.
Heal and
That's a part of
go through what
accountability.
you're going
Yes,
through.
it
Be
is.
accountable. Say, hey, you know what? And in learning to do that and going through that healing process, you hold yourself accountable.
That's right.
Because
Right.
you'll look and be like, okay, I can see where I wasn't the best partner
Hello?
in this situation.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah. Actually,
yeah.
she had a point when she said
I shouldn't have stabbed this
snore at night and
motherfucker,
shit.
but even though I made him eggs and breakfast the next day,
With
I
cheese.
shouldn't have stabbed him. That was kind of wrong. So, and it
Own
just
Own up.
own up
And
to
part
what
of
you
that
have to
owning
own up to.
Own
Right.
up with your health, black men. Own up. If you know
Get your
you
ass
got
in the
stuff
gym, fellas,
going
your
on,
punk ass,
man,
and do legs.
Go see the doctor, please.
Go to the
Go
doctor.
to the doctor.
Go to the
The gym is cool,
doctor.
too,
Like
but-
for real. Go to the doctor.
Man,
You know what
stretch.
I'm saying?
all
It's
the
a lot of
stuff.
people that tuned in.
And if I need a trainer, hit me up.
Mr. Dosha got you covered.
Yeah, we got some shout outs going on here. But is there anything else that we feel? So I'm gonna emphasize this again. Go see the doctor, black men. Get your health together,
That's
because
real
none
talk.
of this
Yeah,
other
I
shit
want y'all
matters.
to make it beyond 50.
And then I want you to think about how you can mend the relationship with the mother of your children as best you can, and whether it's court or a mediator, and get to your freaking kids. We cannot live without our black men in the schools, protecting our kids, protecting the family.
Right.
We need you back.
Yes,
so
we do.
But it starts with your own. You
Yes,
can't
it
just
does.
go into another household with another woman and help raise her damn kids, and you
And
got
you're not
kids
taking
out
care
there.
of your own.
Right.
Get that shit together, because you can't sleep at night. I
Women.
don't care what you say.
Right.
Let these men see their children. Stop
Facts.
acting like that.
Amen.
Right?
And whatever he got going on, y'all can still be good co-parents. You don't gotta be together.
Right.
Don't have
Absolutely.
to be together.
And
Don't
women,
have to be together.
if you know that kid ain't his kid, stop parading it around like it is.
That's mean. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
Carmen got to be a real ass
that's-
on that one. Like, you going to really get chewed out.
Accountability.
playing that game.
People is crazy
There's
that
some
way.
games being played
'Cause
out.
it's
And
like-
if you do have a woman that plays games, you do your part. Take her to court if you got to take her to court. Go get that DNA test if you got to go get that DNA test. Do your
Because
part.
here's what your children want to know.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you do your part?
Yeah, did you?
Because they will grow up and say, "Mama did. She was an ass. I gotta give it to you." You know what I'm saying? I get it now. They will
Right.
grow up and say,
Yes,
I
they
see how
will.
she kept me from you, but I
Right.
see how you made every effort. Every time I turned around, you made
Right.
sure that I was good." That's just building a strong community moving
Right.
forward. We need you.
Absolutely.
We need you, man. We need
I agree
you.
to that.
Yes.
Yes.
Even though she getting you hell, man, just
Hang in there.
Yeah.
throw a
do
couple
your
rocks back at
part.
her or something.
Yeah, do your
Because
part.
because as a black man who provides the seed, you should be a little bit more freaking selective.
Yes. Just like we should be selective.
You should
of
be
who
it.
we
So
pick.
if you get that crazy woman one
both
time,
ways.
accountability is I can't do this no more, and I got to look for a whole nother person, and I need God or my higher power to give me some discernment so I can choose a better woman to have my baby.
Speaking
Amen.
of choosing
Amen.
a better woman,
Amen.
Oh shit!
no, I say
Yeah, I'm preaching here
women
today.
never. Women don't choose the men they want to be with.
Yeah, we get chose a lot.
You get chose a lot and you
Right.
accept it. So when it don't work, you didn't do what you say you were gonna do. Because he's approaching you, he breaking his game to you. He gotta chase you most of the time. He gotta change himself to get you.
Right.
And that's
Yeah,
like
the truth.
overreaching.
That's the
That's like
truth.
overreaching, correct?
That's kind of
There
true.
is some
I'm
overreaching.
overreaching to get you.
That's
So
true.
I'm outdoing myself to come get you. When I got you, I can't keep it up. Because,
I'm tired.
but you done sat there, you ain't did nothing. You ain't made no changes. Okay, it's cool now. We can go date.
Right.
And this dude did a whole 360, don't know what to do now. And then you were like, he just changed all of a sudden. Because that wasn't him. That was not him. And man, please stop doing that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Bring your raggedy ass self to the woman. Men and women, do this. For real. Do this. Take your real self to that person and let them see if they want it or not. Everybody
That's it.
got flaws.
That's it.
Some people will
Take
accept
your
the red
real
flags
self.
if you're real
I
self.
respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I respect
I
that.
Then let me decide if I want to
Yeah.
deal with this or not.
That's
Absolutely.
I absolutely
So-
agree.
I'm gonna wrap it up. This has been a hell of a talk.
Yes.
Again,
You know.
it could go on, but
Yes.
we're gonna move on a little bit. Shout out to everybody that's been listening to Hot 702.5 FM. Let's get it together
Everybody
every
in the chat.
Thursday with J9.
And-
We're gonna have at least one more session, and we're gonna be talking next week about the power of the P.
What does
All
P
right.
stand for? Pork chop?
Pork chop.
Oh, Jan is
It's a
pork.
word. It's a word I don't even like.
Was you a Muslim?
I don't even like. We're gonna change that word
Cool.
next
No.
Thursday. So meet
I
us
grew
back
up
here.
next
Power
to the
to
Nation
see.
of Islam,
Meet
but
us
I'm
back
not a
here
Muslim.
next
I'm
Thursday.
Muslim on Tuesdays and
Same
Thursdays.
time, same place. 6 p.m. Let's get it together with J9.
And Jesse.
And good night.